6:49, your time 46 degrees. You're watching the Tennessee Valley this morning. Dan Howell with Michelle Baker, my co-host, and we're here with Mike Collier. And the reason Mike is here is to talk about something really big happening in Cleveland and Bradley County today, or tonight actually. And you might get a hint of where Mike's sympathies lies. He's wearing blue.
Just a little.
It's the same color as the Blue Raiders uniform.
Just a little.
And of course, we're going to try to be neutral. Michelle and I are going to try to be neutral in this big game happening tonight. But Mike, we understand your sympathies lie with the Blue Raiders because you're the athletic director for Cleveland High School.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
You've been busy the last few days.
Just a little bit. We ESPN's coming in to do the ball game
Yeah.
tonight on ESPNU, and we've been working this thing for probably 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
And we're glad game day's here. to
Tell
be
us
honest
about
with you.
how
So,
this came about. When it was announced that ESPN was coming, the whole community was like, "Whoa, that's big!" But
Right.
there was some footwork that had to go into this somewhere way back when. Talk
Right.
about how this came about.
ESPN's trying to get more regional. They've been doing high school ball games for a few years now, and
Oh.
most of the time they've been going into South Florida,
Yeah.
Alabama, Texas, California, and some of the bigger states where,
Mm-hmm.
where football, there's more schools and football's a little bit bigger.
Uh-huh.
We just got the opportunity. I don't know how they got our name.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were looking at some places in this area,
I see.
and I think they just found out that this is a big ball game. It's usually very competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Huge turnout. It's a community
Oh,
event.
yeah. There'll
and
be 10,000 people there?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'd love to have 10,000 people there. I'd take 12 if we could get them.
Yeah.
But they're just looking at. They want a good high school atmosphere and a good ball game to put on TV, and
Right.
that's just kind of how we got into the whole deal. And one thing led to another, and we went into a pool with a bunch of other teams nationwide, and I think they just go in and research things out, check out
Right.
your stadium, check out your town.
Right.
Make sure that things look good from their end. And they let us know back at the 1st of August that we were in there on their national schedule for this year. I think they had 12 games.
Oh,
Wow.
so 1 out of 12.
So we're 1 out of 12 nationwide for ESPN. So.
Yeah, and what does that mean for the community to get that kind of exposure?
Well, I think it's huge. I think that, one thing is obviously we live in a great community, and this is a very good sports community.
Oh, it is.
And the coaches at Bradley and Walker Valley, and of course our coaches all do a good job of working with our kids and doing good things like that. But our community also does a great job of supporting all 3 schools.
Yes, they do.
And I think this is a good way to show everybody nationwide that, a lot of times people think we're just a bunch of hicks from Tennessee and we don't know a lot. And on a national scale, I don't think Tennessee football is rated as high as some other states.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of good things. And I think that's going to show those things off.
Well, part of their attraction here may have been the fact that, of course, this year the Bears are rated 10th in the state. And then Cleveland High, we got to talk about Chad, your quarterback. I mean, he's what, top 5 in the nation
top
by
5.
by ESPN's own rating. He's rated in top 5. So that's pretty good attraction. They want to come and see how this contest works out
Sure.
with those two.
Yeah, Bradley's done a great job this year. Damon's been building that. Coach Floyd's been building that program for a few years now, and they're really solid this year. They're playing for a region championship. They're
Yeah.
undefeated right now. They got a big game next week. We're struggling a little bit, but we've
But
got
what
a lot.
great tradition at Cleveland
we've
High.
got a
Right.
lot of tradition. Coach Monroe built a program,
Yeah,
and
3 years in a row you were state champions.
55-game win streak, and this is my 11th year here, and
Yeah.
we're pretty solid still. We
Yeah.
feel like we're better than our record.
Yeah,
but
I think so.
when you play a rivalry game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you throw the record book
It
out the
doesn't matter
window.
because these kids have grown up with each other. They play youth ball together. They play travel ball in the summer and select ball and all that kind of stuff. They know each other, and the families know each other, and it's going to be a huge game. We're looking
Emotions
forward
get
to it.
involved, the
Sure
adrenaline
do.
starts flowing.
Sure do. And we feel pretty good about it. We'd like to think we're going to win the ball game,
Sure.
but that's why we play them every Friday to find out who's going to win them.
Yeah,
So
well, it's a
we'll see.
great community event, and it's good for Cleveland, Bradley County. Talk about your quarterback a little bit. We've seen him highlighted in the newspaper some and some local news stories, but talk about Chad.
Chad's a great kid. He, he's gone to all these combines, the last couple of years, which is where a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of skill positions really get recruited now. And he's done a great job at those things, and He went to the ESPN Elite 11 competition out in Malibu back in the summer. Ended up being ranked number 5 in the country, which is solid. But Chad's a good football player, but he's a great kid. He's an excellent student.
That's great. So he's got the academics to go along with the athleticism.
He's a 4.0 student, I believe.
Wow.
And whatever he does, he's going to be successful at. Football is just a tool to get him to where he wants to go, and he's really good at that. But he's just as good a person and a good academic person as well. So.
Now, did he grow up in this community?
He did. Dr. Wojtek, who I don't know how long they've been in Cleveland. I know that Chad's committed to Pittsburgh. And I think Dr. Wojtek's family is from Pennsylvania. I think that's where he grew up. And he's he's a local orthopedic guy here, and Chad's been here as long as I've been here. So we spotted him early in youth league ball and all that. Knew he was going to be a good one for us.
Through the years, if you start turning over the rocks, you find that there's a lot of local athletes who have made it big time into professional sports. Baseball, football, of course, if you take in the Chattanooga area region, you've got the Reggie Whites of the world. And talk about how this area seems to have the ability to develop good players that can move on to the next level.
I think we do that because the South as a whole, but this community in this area in particular really supports athletics. Kids get in there at an early age. They're well coached from the very ground up, and they're very competitive, and it means something to them. And all the kids that usually come out here too are very solid in their academics. I mean, they're good people, come from good families, and I think that's all part of the whole process of being allowing people to be successful when they leave here and going to college and then going on to the next level.
And having family support is so important to their success at all levels at school, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The game starts what time?
8 o'clock. Normally it's a 7:30 kickoff, but
Yeah.
TV, they moved it to 8 o'clock, and we're going to open up the gates at 6. We're going to start selling tickets at 5:30 at the gate, but we won't actually open the gates for people to go in until 6.
Okay.
You can buy tickets all day long at Cook's. You can go to Town Squire, or you can go to Gobbles Automotive. We've had them out in the community all week.
Oh, okay.
And it would really help if people got their tickets early. Then you just walk right up and just walk in the gate. But if you get to the ball game, we'll have tickets there too.
Yeah.
So we'll sell them as long as people want to buy them.
So tickets are still for sale today.
Yes, sir.
You can get them today.
You can get them today at the high school in all 3 of those places, and then we'll be selling them at the gate.
And I understand they're priced right. What?
$6.
$6.
$6.
Where can you go to a sporting event like this for $6?
You can't.
You just can't do it.
And I have to say, I have to ask you a question. We talked about this a little bit before you came on, that the parking at First Tennessee Bank, we understand the proceeds to that is going to go to the Alzheimer's Association. So,
fantastic.
being working at Clare Bridge, that's very important to to the community as well. So
that's a great organization, and we're glad to be able to help out with that. There's a lot of people that are affected by that, and it's a good thing. We're glad to be able to be a part of it.
So it's going to benefit the community in several ways. And of course, we're just glad for the national exposure that we're going to get. And for those who can't get out to the game, they still want to see it. They can watch it on ESPNU. Do you know what channel that is on local cable?
I do, because I watch it on the weekends at home. So local charter channel is 302.
302. I have that on my cable. I sure will. Well, it's going to be fun. As far as seating, I imagine most of it's going to be standing room only if you have 10,000 people.
If we got 10,000, there'll be a few people standing. I think we have stadium seats for roughly 5,500, 6,000 if we squeeze in tight.
Yeah.
But we've got plenty of spaces for standing room on the banks on the visitor side, and of course around the fence. And we have a lot of people that just like to stand and watch the ball game. So we're expecting a big crowd and just a tremendous atmosphere, just like it always is, no matter whether we play at home or whether we play at Bradley or whatever. So we're excited about it.
There's nothing better than a high school sports competition within a community. It is a competition, but it's a friendly competition, and I just think it's great, and it's good for both schools.
Yeah, we got a lot of great respect for what they do over there, and I think they have the same for us.
Oh, they do.
And,
I'm sure they do.
We're looking for a great ball game and a nice community event, and people all over the country be able to see what we got.
Well, if you're down on Raider Drive tonight about 7, 8 o'clock, and you see all that crowd of people, you'll you'll know what's going on. There's a ball game, and it's a big one.
It's a big one.
ESPN is going to be there. It'll be fun to watch. Just go watch ESPN work and see the crew and how they do it and all that. There'll be trucks and sound trucks and live TV trucks everywhere. And,
Rolling in at 10:30 this morning.
yeah, they're going to be sitting up, and that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Mike Collier, thanks so much.
Thank you.
For
Appreciate
coming
you
by.
having us.
I know you had to get up early, but I appreciate you doing that.
No problem. Glad
Come
to
and
do
talk
it.
about this big game tonight. Mike Collier is athletic director, Cleveland High School, talking about the big game tonight. Don't forget, you can get your tickets today. Those places again was
Gobble's Automotive, Cook's Food Store, Town Squire, and at the main office at the high school.
Okay, so go get your tickets today, and you won't have to stand in line at the gate. It's 7 o'clock, 46 degrees. Back in just a moment, we're going to talk to our local expert. Don't know what he's an expert of, but we'll find out when we come back. Don't go away.